Hello, I am Bentham, and welcome back to Rodina, where we just fell off a cliff, I think. I loaded the game up, and after a few seconds, we just sort of started falling backwards. But we seem to have stopped now, so give us everything's fine. Let's get into the pilot seat and just see. No, you were okay. I thought for a second we were still on the edge of a cliff, but no, we just slid down this little bit here, and everything is mostly fine. I don't think we're going to fall any further. Anyway, yes, let's hop back. Wrong button. Back out of the pilot seat. Because, as I mentioned last episode, I was going to check between episodes about the attachments that were mentioned in the in one of the most recent messages we found. And it said it was an audio log, so my thinking was that it was an actual audio log and then it might open a separate thing and that might mess up with the recording, so I didn't do it. But I've now checked it and it is actually just more text. We have yet another set of messages we can read. Hold on, it's concealed messages we go to. We got the messages from Grigory, and he's actually sent us two. I just completely forgot that he had said at the start of this one, see attached message if it matters to you who I am. So let's read this one. And it opens up a whole new section of story message things. So this is the last block, part 1. Intact processing components detected. Extracting memory buffer, open buffer. Encrypted, enter public key, displaying contents. I'll be brief. This unit is damaged. I don't know how much of my transmission will make it into the buffer. I want it to be clear, this isn't about revenge. They tried to hide the Vanguard from us. The explosion, the survivors, everything. Full crash on comms traffic for months. But we sifted the echoes, we found out. They tried to hide you too when you woke up, but we see you. The Vanguard shook to pieces, but some of those pieces still have radios and sensors and flickering batteries. Through them, we watch. We hear the pinpricks of light that chase you. We feel the vibrations as you snuff them one by one. That violet light pours through your engines in a torrent of math, and I swear I can feel the heat against my face. I've seen the reports. Behind closed doors, they're calling you everything. Controlled experiment, dangerous tool, calculated risk, and non-human friendly. Golem, boogeyman, heavily armed, unkillable last hope. A rusty Rasputin, the Strudge, I don't know what that one is. Stroge, I don't know. Probably a Russian thing. It's usually where whenever it's a word I don't understand, it's generally Russian. I have to laugh. The others, the words they use, they just don't get it. We may be 100 years, a gajillion miles, and 3 full generations away from the religions of our ancestors, but I still recognize a god when I see it. The council thinks the wool's tight over your eyes. Time comes, if you survive, they'll flip your switch and put you back in the closet. They think. We want to live. We want our children to live. We won't bend the knee for Litvin or the rest. But for you, if you would shed your grace on us, if you can carve us life out of those rocks, I would kneel. I would crawl. I have something for you. Not quite a burnt offering, but I pray it's something you want. Quite the shopping list at the end, but we're going to help you with that. Okay, so this is I'm a god now, I guess. That's happened. I mean, it does seem like I'm ridiculously powerful relative to the average human, so I guess some people would make that jump. It seems like there's some sort of time perception thing going on. I mean, in reality, the speed at which you perceive the game is not at the speed that, humans within the game perceive it, and that's why you're so amazing at everything. That'd be my guess. I don't know. So you're sort of, superhuman. And they've chosen to take that a step further. Audio excerpt, timestamp 1:25:31 to 1:30:02. It is the Block family private records, interviews with the matriarch. Between Kreis Block and, does that say Dola Block? That is not a good font colour for this. Blue on blue, but I believe that is Dola. So it's possible then. Possible, yes. Advisable? Certainly not. Why? Wouldn't you have liked Maisie to? No, Kreis. Why then? You're young still. You never saw Earth or the wonders we built there. You don't know what it's like to cradle a piece of you in your arms. You never tamped down the fear. What do you mean, fear? To hold this squalling thing in your arms, totally helpless, totally dependent on you. And there's a moment. You realize you can't protect it, not completely. The world will eat at it, and you will spend every part of yourself trying to prevent that, and it will not be enough. That sounds, dark. Huh. You see, my boy, the girls will smile at you, you'll smile back, and soon you'll arrive at the same place. You're human. So you wouldn't want Maisie to feel that? I'm terrified that she wouldn't have. Wait, I'm terrified that she wouldn't have, but I'm equally terrified that she would. Suppose Maisie was never disassembled. Suppose she had both the desire and the means to reproduce. What if she felt nothing for her offspring? If she had no empathy for her own, how could she ever connect with us? And on the other hand, if she felt the same as I did when I held my children in my arms, Maisie had empathy. She liked me, I'm certain of it. I like many people too, but if truly put to the question, I would murder every last one of them to keep my family safe. If that is humanity, how much further would Maisie's inhumanity go? 12 seconds of silence. But an automaton could if it wanted to. Reproduce? No. Well, yes, but very unlikely. Takes more than just wanting it. The ability, the tools, and the materials. What specifically? No protocol, for one. Rip that out. Then bootstrap the reproductive system. Need a nanoscale fabricator to build with. Seed patterns for growing neural networks. Lastly, a big power source. Oh, and of course you need what the stuffed man wanted. The what now? I could while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain. Turning away from the recorder. Anyone get that? Bunico, we don't know what you're talking about. You're a smart boy, Crace. You think too much. Worry about making your own children, not a machine making theirs. End attachment. So that is how they worked out what I would need. Some guy called Block who knew what they were talking about. Just happened in one conversation to list everything you would need for an automaton to reproduce. And with that we have constructed our shopping list. And by the way, I knew what the reference was, in case you wanted to mention it. And if you don't know what it is, it's the Wizard of Oz. And he needs a brain. The last block, 2 out of 8. Intact processing components detected, and this is the one that we got from the most recent message we received. Extracting memory buffer done, open buffer, so on and so forth. Check out the attached chat log my people found. I think it'll do nicely. Does this make you happy? Do you look on our little group with favour, or are we just a buzz in your ears? We're so far away, so much less than you. We are hunted because our faith. I think it's supposed to be because of our faith. Once I had a home, but now I sleep in rooms like coffins. Abandoned airlocks, empty storage containers with faded labels, and foam beds hastily sprayed in the corners. Foam beds? That's an interesting thing. You spray a bed into existence. They just come in a can? That sounds cool. And extremely useful. In certain circumstances. If you could just, spray a bed into existence. Anyway, sometimes with others that share my faith, sometimes alone. No lights, no sound to give us away. I lie awake and imagine how you think. All those bosons in your skull spinning furiously, trapped like bugs in a jar. What do you feel? It's like wondering what the inside of a star feels like. Something humans aren't designed to understand. Fair question at this point would be, why do we help you? They took my son at the algae lines. He volunteered there most days, keeping the peace. They waited for him. Tall boy, soft voice, slow to anger. Food ran low even before the vanguard, but after, with all the rumours, people hoarded everything they could. You haven't seen rage until you've seen starving mothers fight over the last carton of protein cubes. That anger lives in all of us. Just takes something to draw it out of its cave. I'm told the men waiting for the squabbling to start. Wait, I'm told the men waiting for the squabbling to start came up behind Undugu and wrapped him in a compliance bag. He didn't fight back. Edmund's men should have made a show of it. But these were tech/sing. I don't know what that means. Quiet, efficient, no mess left behind. I find my anger is so much quicker now than his ever was. Are you designed to understand that? So Undugu's dead then. Because we've had him mentioned before that he was, So it sounds like, yeah, he's Grigory's son. And what was the other one called? Sigrid. Sigrid was his daughter, by the sounds of it. I think so. And then, Attachment 1. Big O chat log auto archive. Suppressed content. Protocol dev team New York office. I guess that's the year 2535. The 1st of February. Or the other way around. Wait, that's a weird dating thing because months and days both get 2 digits. Why has one of them got the 0? It's weird. I'm not going to question it. Stupid dating systems being weird. 3:22:31 p.m. Denny Boy joined at Dev Team Public. Okay, we've got a few characters here. Eloise 23, Rod the Mod, and Denny Boy. Anyone else? Bit of a scroll. Manny Bigo turns up at some point. That looks like everyone. Alright. His Majesty arrives. Oh great, here we go. Heard y'all had a little wager going on in here. More like a philosophical discussion. Nothing philosophical about it. It's purely an implementation thing, and it would definitely work. What would work? Rodney's seeing gremlins again. Zombies. Rodney's seeing zombies again. In the firmware update they just checked in. Build Patamari P144. Clear as day. I run the anti-reproduction unit tests. It kills all processes like normal, but the rollback thread is still listed as alive in the process table. Zombies. Or one zombie thread, I guess. What's your point? They break that build all the time. It's not broken, though. Unit tests passed. It slipped through. I repeat, so what? Rollback thread has a root. It can bootstrap the whole reproduction system. Theoretically. Nice, did you try it? Of course not. We like staying employed. Hence the philosophical discussion. I doubt it would work, though. Bootstrap is too finicky to inject anything useful. Not that finicky. So try it out, bro. Not a good idea. It's not sandboxed, and the rollback thread is practically one big recursive function. It'll definitely work, but I'm not sure it'll stop working. Could bring the whole thing back online. Theoretically. Philosophically. Man, stop digging around and just try it. You gonna let her call you out like that? You try it, smart guy. I will. Which test script are you calling? Don't actually try it, Denny. I'm serious about the sandbox thing. Test protocol restrict reproduction urge set.px, right? Oh, fun. Here we go. Manny Vigo joined Dev Team Public. Which one of you did that? Did what? You know that big red light on the system dashboard? The one that ruins my whole day when it lights up? It just lit up. Dunno, boss. Maybe one of the testers did something? Hung process started at 3:26:06 p.m. running on a Unis Dennis Boyko. Unis user, Dennis Boyko. It was Denny. I told him not to. I hate you so much, Rodney. Rodney's seeing zombies in the latest firmware build. Big nasty bootstrapping zombies. Apparently he was right. Okay, listen. Please tell me you didn't touch the bootstrap. I'm not messing around. I didn't touch anything. It's Rodney's code. It's the firmware's fault. A test script just exposes this weird loophole. He told me to run it. Stop talking. Really more of a philosophical problem when you think about it. Stop talking in this chat room. You seriously not realize what you did? The chat server is recording everything we say here. Everybody log off. Dennis, stay right where you are. I'm coming to you in 2 minutes. Don't leave your cube. You too, Rodney. Danny Boy left. Rod the Mod left. PM from Manny Bigo to Eloise. Log into the chat server with the generic service account and wipe all of today's chat logs. Make it look like a backup failure. PM from Eloise. What's the big deal? What's going on? Please just trust me here. Wipe these PMs too, and then come down to Dennis's cube. We need to get our story straight. And attachment 1. Reset chip says, command start service subsys production auto start. Connecting to automaton data port. Service failed to start. No bootstrap detected. Mount Volt Shard 454 HDA/Vanguard core. Drive is partially damaged. Continue. Yes. Command execute Vanguard core unit test protocol restrict reproduction urge set. Running. Done. Rollback thread has been active for 4,000 milliseconds and may be hung. Terminate? No. Reset chip says command start service subsys reproduction auto start. Starting service startup complete. So that's us getting another step of the process underway. To yep, that's step 2. 4 steps to go. Right. That took most of the episode. I should have expected that really, because I knew that there were 2 things to read through. But there we go, this whole new other section of like various people messing up in one way or another, really, by like putting it on like a well, maybe not public record, I don't know what it is, but basically communicating in a recorded fashion into microphones on computers how computers can reproduce. Very dumb. And then people messing about with code and accidentally making it so that the automaton can reproduce on its own. Which is really a monumental failure. But anyway, the next step of the process is to go to Morena, where there is something to get. I've already forgotten what it is because I wasn't paying attention to the other steps in the process. I'm just looking at the ones we had already done. But let us leave Veles. I don't like Veles. It's too dark and foggy and such. And Morena is right over there. Oh, but there's also some enemies right there. Hang on, let me target. Boop. Battleship, a mere 2,000 kilometers away. Let's go say hi to it before we leave. I always like to leave a lasting impression on the locals as I'm on my way out of a planet. Easy does it. Make sure not to crash. Whoa, that's a fleet. Nope, 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 nope. That's 3 battleships and 3 fleets of small ships. What? Why are they all together? They clearly knew I was coming and they banded together. For the purposes of safety and such. I don't think I can take this. Oh, jeez. But the temptation. This could be the only fleet of this size that I could ever have a chance of even trying to battle. Oops, that was... well, now I've screwed it up because I liminaled. But I still have it targeted so I can go back. I always change up instead of down. It's terrible. We'll get back over there. Just cruising gently. Easy, easy. Right, this one here. He's separated from the rest of them. We stand a chance. Flying nice and quick. Switch to combat speed. Whoa, he's firing the cannon. Go a little bit quicker. Get past him. Blast him with the blaster. We've got a minute before the missiles come in. Here they have arrived. Oh, I should outmaneuver them a bit there. Oh, that's a lot of them. Oh, geez. Yeah, once you go into sort of like dealing with missiles mode, there's not much time to ever actually shoot at the ship. But we got him. Okay, that's 1 down. We're already being fired at by one of the fleets. Let's try and get a little bit out of range of that. I don't think I took a single hit there. That was quite lucky. I mean, it is because like the way the battleships work is 2 super heavy weapons. Right, well now let's go for this one because they've all just flown in the opposite direction to chase me. And they've left this one out in the open. Whoa! That was... I didn't realise I was flying head on at it there. Start with the blaster. We've got a moment. Only a moment. Do what we can. Swing it around. Deal with the missiles. Try and get a couple more shots because I think it's close to death, this. It's gone. Okay. And fall back. Watch out for the missiles. We got hit there a little bit. There's a fleet approaching. Let's get a little bit away. There we go. Whoa, that's okay. Oh, there are actually 2 more battleships, not 1. Took a bit of damage there, but we're still mostly okay. Swing in and try and deal with some of these smaller ships. See if I can take out this fleet before the rest of them arrive. Gotta keep a very close eye on my health. Because when the fleets come into range, it's going to be a lot of damage very quickly. Another one down. One guy over here. Oh, I think there's some come into range. Let's pull back a bit. Yep, the other fleet had arrived. That's a lot of shots coming at me there. Didn't get hit once, though. That was alright. The problem now is that they're starting to sort of combine... Oh, there's one of the big ships as well with the bloomin'... the crazy blasters. Let's fly into this fleet. Fly past them so they're all in disarray for a second. Gives me a chance to get some shots and take one down. Swing around, get into a bit of a dogfight. The other fleet's over there too. They're sort of merging now, which means it's become one big, very difficult to deal with fleet. The more powerful ship is also approaching, and I'm being... Oh no! Fight, time for liminal. I've still got a battleship targeted, so I still know where the fleet is, but now I need to heal up. That wasn't too bad. 2 battleships and a bunch of small ships before I had to fall back. Better than I usually do, really. But let's get right back to like 1,000,000 meters, which sounds slightly cooler than 1,000 kilometers. Actually, not really. Both pretty good, and that'll let us regen and go back in for another run. Definitely seems like we could manage this. I was doing alright there. I'm usually much worse at this. I don't know what's happened. Maybe they've been nerfed. Maybe there's been an update and it's nerfed things slightly. That's entirely possible. Maybe I was just lucky. Oh, the regen takes so long. Oh crap, I untargeted as well when I can't, like... I was gonna, like, hop out and have a walk around, but if I do that, the target is cancelled. There we go, got the battleship targeted again. which has actually taken damage. Was that me? Oh, of course. I forgot about the whole shooting each other thing. That still applies. So maybe we could do a Vortex of Death again, but I don't know if there's many missiles. Actually, well, no, there's the giant... The battleships have the missiles. We could use those. That could be fun. Anyways, take us so long to regen that we're pretty much out of time for the episode anyway, so... We'll leave it there. Next episode, we're going to run straight in and try and annihilate them, and possibly make a vortex of missiles with which to blow up all the small ships. So with that, I shall say goodbye, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.